Hello my gorgeous people, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and these are your weekly horoscope tarot card readings, and they are for Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. So this weekly horoscope tarot card forecast is for the fire signs of the zodiac, which are Aries, Leo and Sagittarius, Erinis, Leoni and Sagittarini, and it's in between the 12th and the 18th of April 2021. And of course I'm going to start with my gorgeous and with my ever so precious Erini. My gorgeous Aries, you know, it is quite good week for you actually, because indeed you are going to have a resolution to a quite annoying problem, to a quite annoying situation that was slowing you down in so many different ways, especially when it comes to your way of thinking, in particular when it comes to the actual future planning. This is all pretty much connected indeed. So you are going to have a reason to have a big smile on your face this week, my gorgeous Erinis, indeed. It's all about the resolution of the problem that you are going to have. This conclusion is going to be very important because it's almost immediately going to bring you a healing energy into your life, which is almost immediately after that moment in time going to help to somebody else around you, somebody who means to you so much, but also at the same time somebody who have found themselves in a rather confusing situation as well. On another hand, you know, it's all about having this like really important satisfactory result, which is also going to motivate you, it's going to inspire you, but at the same time just pay attention to this compromise that you're actually going to have. And this is specifically for the stage and the period in between the 12th and the 18th of April 2021. So it's about the compromise that you are going to have, which on another hand means that, you know, you are going to have this power to deal with problems and situations in your life on a much higher level, on a much higher scale. So this is going to be really good. So something that is also on another hand going to open your eyes, but most importantly this week you are gonna be the greatest like little problem solver. So if you do have specific problems that you want to kind of shed a little light on it, even if it doesn't seem like straight away, oh yeah, this is going to be great, this is going to be amazing, blah blah blah. No baby, no, it doesn't need to be straight away like amazing moment as soon as you kind of directing your energy towards something. What am I trying to say here is that you just need to make the first, like the actual necessary steps, and I'm specifically talking about the actual situations that, you know, can require some kind of compromise from your side. But then on another hand, above all, it means that it's just a lot to do with the problematic situations in your life. This is the time to deal with problematic situations in your life, because even if you don't feel like it, even if you don't feel great, all you need to do is make that spiritual knock. And the spiritual knock in this particular case you make only when you make the first necessary steps, and then you will see the nice little surprise is going to happen. But it's all up to you, because you're gonna see that where this energy you thought, oh my god, it's really horrible, it's really slow, it doesn't work for me, you will see that you will be walking through it with so much ease. On another hand, so it's about an important compromise that it's going to come to an end, but also that you're actually going to have, but also at the same time it's about the inspiration that is actually going to come out of it. So pay attention to the actual compromise and then the inspiration that you are going to have, because you're not going to be able to stop thinking about it, you see, because in itself it's going to be a big moment for you, because it's like kind of you're going to require maybe a different opinion or the second opinion, because I can see somebody beautifully sliding into your life in a form of giving you the actual opinion on something, which is going to turn out to be an absolutely mind-blowing vavavoom-ish advice, you know, and it's going to help you, you know, to carry on with your life, to move on with your life, you know, to trust your own instincts. Of course, at the same time, this is an important element of all this, but most importantly, it's going going to help you to kind of carry on with your life, and also to avoid things that are making you feel rather dissatisfied, and also to move on from the part of your life that is slowly making you quite dissatisfied. So this is going to bring you quite important change by the end of the actual week, because you will know that something will need to go. You will know that something is slowly going to need to be adjusted in your life. So this is why this is going to be so important. It's going to lead towards an important adjustment, my gorgeous Aries, indeed. You know, it's just like a basically this it's all kind of boiling down to this particular point where you were affected, you know, over the last 14 months, in particular when it comes to the certain delays, you know, and also that affected your inspiration, that affected your way of thinking. So now this is going to have a rather nice and powerful spiritual flip-flop moment where you are gonna feel the return of the old you. And that sounds really bizarre, it sounds really strange, but you will see that this week in particular there will be a very strong connection when it comes to your past, when it comes to your childhood, when it comes to the certain memories, when it comes to the time in your life how it used to be. This is all going to be playing an important part of you digging into your past, but at the same time realizing things around you when you are like surrounded by this particular energy, by this particular vibration, which just comes from a completely different dimension, that is going to work with you really, really well. You know, this week is going to give you the beginning of something quite like, ooh la la, rather substantial, but you need to understand, you know, you need to stand on your own feet, you need to stand on your own ground. And what am I trying to say here is just to follow your own intuition, your third psychic eye, when it comes to your spirituality, when it comes to your psychic feelings, when it comes to your senses. This is all going to be completely enhanced. So you will see that there are going to be lots of like a situations that you're gonna come across that are gonna require from you kind of to respond, but the situations that you're going to have are gonna make your heart flutter, and this in itself is going to be talking to you in so many different ways, because there are feelings and emotions that are gonna come out, you know, of you that you didn't feel in a long time. So this is the specific point that I'm actually talking about. It's brilliant because where you had a lack of balance, this is about to return now, which is absolutely brilliant, you know. And also I can say that somebody, you know, there is one specific person, you know, that is going to play an absolutely enormous role in your life. That person is going to inspire you. That person is going to mean to you so much. That person is going to make you feel so good, you know, and you're going to come across that person, whether this is going to be like, you know, whether you're going to see this person somewhere and you're going to connect in this way, or whether you're going to come across this person maybe somewhere outside, for example, or you're going to see this person somewhere like on the television or something on the internet or something like that. It doesn't really matter, but this person will be playing a really big role, an important role when it comes to you really kind of feeling so good, you know, and it's going to, that person is going to bring like the certain feelings and emotion within you when it comes to like you feeling in a very special way when you listen to that person, when you connect to that person. So there is going to be a really significant recognition that you are going to have it around the same time, because that person is going to be super important and very significant when it comes to that particular push that I'm talking about towards the promise in your life, towards the new beginning in your life. But all you need to do is just follow your own creativity, and by following your own creativity throughout the week, by listening to your intuition, by ignoring as much as negativity as you possibly can, this is the way to do it, my babies. Most certainly, most importantly, what I want you to know. So now, my gorgeous Aries, I'm just going to shuffle this tarot cards. Can you hear it? It's important tarot card is going to come out right now for you, my gorgeous Aries, my beautiful Aries, and I am talking about the stage and the period in between the 12th and the 18th of April 2021. So your tarot card, oh gosh, okay, this one just doesn't, but look at this, what have I done here? Look at this, gosh. Oh my Lord, what have I done? Okay, so you see, it's basically, this is this is brilliant, okay? So it's number 13. So this is absolutely an important card when it comes to your personal transformation, when it comes to your personal balance, when it comes to your personal transition. You know, it is like almost like you will be going through your own rebirth, and in order, you know, you will be literally going through your own rebirth, my gorgeous Aries. This is very important. And what do you do when you're going through your own personal rebirth? You know, that sounds crazy, I know, but it's all about you allowing yourself to be yourself. In this world, you can only make it. You can only be successful, you can only be happy. It's not only even about like success, materialistic things or anything like that. But in this world, on a spiritual, much larger, massive scale, you're only going to make if you allow yourself to be yourself. You know, ignore any norms that people try to plant on us, that people try to plant on you, like, you know, to act in a certain way. The most powerful transition you are going to make, you are going to become a part of this week, as long as you allow yourself to be yourself. And also at the same time, you will know that a specific part of your life is coming to an end. But it's all about your own bravery. It's all about you having your eyes open. It's all about you recognizing and realizing what is happening around you, and you acting in the right way that you should be acting. And this can only come from you. Okay, so this is a very important time of the personal transformation that you are going to have, and I'm really happy for you because this will be an important week indeed. Okay, so now my gorgeous Aries, I'm just going to also see what is going to be your oracle card sorry, oracle card of the week. Okay, my gorgeous Aries, so what is going to be your oracle card of the week? And it's in between the 12th and the 18th of April 2021. Okay, create inner harmony. This is also like super important. It's like mental, so you need to also like make sure that you take care of yourself. Do things that make you feel really good. You know, reward yourself if you possibly can. Get something for yourself maybe, or buy something for yourself if you possibly can. It is a very important time to reward yourself. Because, you know, as I said before, this is like all about you taking care of yourself. But then at the same time, you know, when you reward yourself and you buy something for yourself, you know, it makes you feel in a certain way, and that raises your vibration in a certain way, and that makes you more powerful and that you can possibly imagine. This is playing an important role. So it's a lot to do with like you taking care of yourself by getting something for yourself. But then at the same time, it's a lot about you kind of like making sure that you are meditating, making sure that you spend some time in the nature, making sure that you spend some time by the water, by the lake, by the river as possible. All these things are going to be playing an important role when it comes to your own rejuvenation, because the balance is going to be absolutely right. So every single time when you do this and you reward yourself in such a way, when you're meditating and contemplating, you know, it's going to bring you a very powerful reward when it comes to the actual realization. Something very important is actually going to come to you if you do meditate and if you do focus in this particular way, in this particular within this particular stage, within this particular time frame that I'm actually talking about. Very, very powerful for you, my gorgeous Aries, indeed. You know, this week is going to bring you a nice little surprise. Okay, so now sorry, excuse me, so I'm just gonna have a little sip of coffee, sorry. So now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous and with my ever so precious, my beautiful Leonis, my gorgeous Leo, my beautiful Leonis. I love you so much. I mean, you are going through something quite difficult right now, so you need to be really smart, you need to be really clever. There are certain specific informations that you are going to come across, that you're going to get hold of, but these specific informations for now, you need to keep it to yourself for at least from this week, for the 23rd 23 days onwards, you need to keep these informations for yourself. After 23 days, you can come out with this particular informations. On another hand, this is all to kind of protect yourself, you know, from the kind of some negative sources, you know, negative forces, you know. And it's just basically, I don't want to sound like a dark lala, but this week it's like you are really going to realize a little bit of a hidden danger. And I don't want to sound like dark lala, I'm really sorry, but you need to have your eyes open, because the bottom line is it's going to be good, but because by the end of the week you will know and you will be able to recognize this hidden danger, because the bottom line is that you are going to be the person, very much so symbolical, in a very powerful way, in a psychic way, in an intuitive way, where your eyes are going to be really open. So why am I trying to say that by the end of the week you will be aware of the specific situation that could be potentially dangerous for you, so you will know exactly that this is something that you need to avoid, my gorgeous Leonis, but you need to be very careful at the same time. What you need to do is, like, this is a very strange and it's a bizarre time in itself, like very, very strange, you know. Emotionally you are gonna be a little bit like all around the place this week, but I don't mean to scare you or anything like that, but I know that, you know, you will be wondering a lot this week, you will be questioning a lot this week, you will be kind of uncertain throughout the actual week. But this is pretty much so to do with something very personal, and it's to do with something that you kind of became aware like not that long ago, and now this is all going to be kind of multiplied this week. But then again, it's going to be quite good, because you are going to recognize something absolutely mind-blowing by the end of this week when it comes to your particular situation and what to do, you know. You have been through like a bit of like a very unusual maybe like a, I was going to say like a washing machine, like a spin. Yeah, you've been through like a quite very unusual kind of negative spin, which took you like throughout like so many different stages, you know. On one hand, you know, you didn't know what was happening. Then on another hand, you had like a not really nice surprise within the last few weeks. Then again, this was all kind of confirmed to you, and now you just have to protect kind of yourself and move on, you know. And this is why I need you to be careful, but I also need you to like keep as many things as you possibly can this week, throughout this week, for yourself, because you're gonna need it later on. And if you don't keep these things for yourself this week, then you're not going to have a reward, as a personal reward, that you're actually going to gain out of this. It's almost like it's a little bit of like a spiritual test that you're under. All you need to understand and all you need to kind of know is that you haven't done anything wrong, or you haven't done anything bad, or you haven't done anything negative, but it's just that you are aware of a lot that is happening around you on a much larger scale, on a much higher scale than maybe lots of other signs and lots of other people. So this is all kind of going to be about your own protection, but then at the same time, it's about you doing the right thing. You are gonna be able to recognize something very specific and very special, my gorgeous Leonis, by the end of the week. Just remember, you're gonna recognize something very specific, very important, and very essential by the end of the week. A specific information which is just going to be growing bigger and bigger and bigger from that moment, from that point onwards. And this is why I need you to keep certain things to yourself right now. But then again, that information that you're going to be able to recognize, it's really going to shed so much light around you, which is going to give you like some kind of a time span that will be very important, but it's also going to give you so much courage to move on. You need to understand that this is a very strange and it's very bizarre and it's a very unusual time that we're all living, you know, and you just need to follow your own path and doing exactly the same thing that you were doing so far. But then again, at the same time, just keep certain things for now for yourself. As I said, what is important to be as creative as you can. What is important is to do things that makes you feel good. What is important is to do things that makes you feel active, that makes you feel like creative, whether this is like maybe going outside somewhere, like maybe, I don't know, enjoying yourself within inside a forest, or whether it's like a working, whether it's like a focusing on your career and doing things that you are normally doing, you know, for living and things like that. It all really depends, but you just, whatever comes to you this week in terms of creativity that makes you feel really good, no matter what this is, you should most certainly just go for it, and go for it, because it is just going to bring so much like a passion to you. And most importantly, it's also going to help you to avoid like the certain deception, and it's also going to help you to kind of recognize the certain tricky people around you that you wouldn't recognize normally. So it's like almost like kind of at the same time it's going to sharpen up your own senses, you know. It's important. And also, you know, it's a lot about like basically this week, you know, you will feel really great, you will feel brilliant as well. You know, it's a very complex week. When I say that you're gonna feel like really brilliant and really great, this is really in terms of also what you have been doing over the past 24 months. You know, you're gonna feel really great honor, and you're gonna feel people around you, you're gonna feel emotions, you're gonna feel feelings, you know, you're gonna feel this wonderful energy. But most importantly, it's going to make you feel really important. This is what I was going to say, but it's really down to your hard work. And now this is the element of you enjoying yourself, like open up your own gorgeous little box, like in sense of reward, but also it's going to come at the right moment in time when you need it the most, you know. And this is going to play an important part of you moving on with your life in the right direction, because it's going to shed a light in terms of enlightenment, you know. A very, very important confirmation, which is just going to be fantastic at this moment in time. You know, it's also, on another hand, you know, it's like a basically, you need to be a little bit careful here, because a specific information you will have when it comes to like a little bit of enslavement or a little bit of a trickery. Somebody very devilish is going to kind of show their self at the same time, but this is most certainly not going to surprise you. This is more going to come in the form of like some kind of confirmation. What you were thinking about it, you were absolutely right, but also something is going to open your eyes like there is no tomorrow. And it's connected to the enslavement, a little bit of a trickery, and a little bit of a devilish person, or devilish people as well. So your eyes are going to be open, and the whole new sense of direction, it's going to be not shown to you for the first time, but most certainly highlighted, if you know what I mean. Okay, so now, and also, you know, what I really like, it's a basically very beautiful emotional experience you will have. This is going to make you feel so good, and it's going to mean to you so much. It's pretty much so to do with like your own uniqueness, with who you are. It's going to make you feel really important, and it's absolutely beautiful. This is going to mean to you so much, and it's also at the same time, you know, going to basically kind of like make you realize that your psychic abilities throughout this week will be quite highlighted as well. So pay attention to like kind of like dreams that you are having, and pay attention to what is on your mind the very first thing in the morning, and pay attention to anything unusual, because you are going to come across something very, very unusual. Something is from a completely different world, and that at the same time is going to be your time span indication, an indication that there is a very important opportunity going to come through. But before that, it's going to be quite important information, like in some kind of message that you're actually going to have, and this is going to mean to you so much. So now, my gorgeous Leonis, I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to see what is going to be a tarot card of the week. Your tarot card of the week, my gorgeous Leonis, your tarot card of the week is going to be, let's see, my gorgeous people. Ooh, the Judgment, baby, the Judgment. This is going so perfectly with everything that I said. Just be very smart and be very clever. What you were thinking so far and what you were focusing on so far, you were absolutely right. Just remember that maybe not so many people would agree with you almost immediately. And this is to do with your own uniqueness, and it's to do also with you explaining to people how do you know this specific information. So this is going to be confirmed to you. But also on another hand, when you made a really significant judgment not that long ago, so now there is a very special opportunity going to come through that judgment that you've made. It wasn't that long ago, and now this is going to come through as in a form of a very, very important opportunity, my gorgeous Leonis. And you know, it's not something that you're going to be able to dive in straight away, but it's more to do with like, oh my God, you making this particular decision, and this is important. And as I said, it's to do with an opportunity. Okay, you just need to stay yourself, stay on your path, because you are going to be tested in many different ways. So you just need to remember to keep on being strong, because you are going to be rewarded very soon, my gorgeous Leonis, indeedy. So now I'm just going to shuffle these cards and I'm going to see what is going to be an oracle card, my gorgeous Leonis, oracle card, and it's in between the 12th and the 18th of April 2021. Improvements require persistence. This is what am I trying to prepare you on. You will be tested, and you're almost going to think like, oh my God, the whole world is against me. Ooh, no baby, no, it is not. Just remember what I said. We live in a crazy time indeed. You just have to stay true to yourself. You have to stay true to yourself. You have to stay true to yourself, my gorgeous Leonis, because the more you stay true to yourself, the bigger reward later on it's going to be. Okay, improvements require persistence. It means that you need to be persistent exactly about all these things that are going on in your life at the moment. Very, very important, because you're going to reach the point where you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm not too sure what to do. Oh my God. And then you're going to reach the point when you're really going to kind of think that you slowly came to an end with that specific path. No baby, no. Carry on being you. We are on this earth to be unique. To be unique. The more unique you are, the more powerful our energy is. So this is something I need you to know. And also, you are going to have a very specific insight when it comes to the actual meditation, when it comes to the actual contemplation and meditation, whether this is going to be like when you're lying down in your bed, whether this is going to be when you're chilling on your sofa, whether this is going to be when you're like kind of maybe grounding yourself outside, whether this is going to be some information the first thing in the morning, but something absolutely mind-blowing is going to come to you through your own actual meditation and an insight. So this is those psychic abilities that I was talking about is just basically highlighted once again. Okay. So now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious Sagittarius. Just going to have a little bit of coffee. Oh, sorry. Oh my God, sorry. I just need this coffee. So the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful, my powerful Sagittarius, Sagittarini. Raise your vibration, Sagittarini, raise your vibration. Sagittarini, Sagittarini, Sagittari, Sagittari, Sagitterini, 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 Sagittari, Sagittari, Sagitterini, pam 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 pam, Pam 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 pam. Dun 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 ba pam pam pa 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 pam pa pa pam 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 pa pam pam do 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 dun 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 pa 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 da. Do you know what, my gorgeous Sagittarini? I love you so much. Listen, 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 Linda. Listen, Linda. Listen, it's the future opportunity ahead, an important opportunity you are going to become aware of. I'm not saying, oh my God, the opportunity of my lifetime, it's gonna happen then and there. No, baby, no. I'm talking about very important beginning stages, okay, that you're gonna become aware of an important future opportunity ahead. But something is gonna seem like, oh, really strange, something is gonna seem like quite bizarre, and something is most certainly gonna be kind of slowing you down, and this is the part of your challenge. Okay, this is an important part of your challenge, my gorgeous Sagittarini, in between the 12th and the 18th of April 2021. So it's all about you recognizing these, but these are, I repeat, just really important beginning stages, because lots of you were like kind of confused, and lots of you weren't too sure kind of which way to go, purely because you have found yourself on a certain crossroads. And you know, this certain crossroads happened because of the chaos, because of the little bit of confusion in your life over the past 24 months, but also because of the certain things being annoyingly slowed down. And this can kind of mess us up, you know, in so many different ways, because it just makes you feel like disorientated, you know. You're not too sure if you're going straight, left, right, backwards, forward. Do you know what I mean? Because when certain things slows us down, it slows your tempo down, and when your tempo is slowed down, you just find yourself disorientated, because it's affecting you, and it's affecting your vibration, and it's affecting your energy. It's just like a kind of very very deep subject, you know, to talk about. But most importantly, it's to do with your passion, it's to do with who you are, and also very strong and powerful sign that you are going to have. I really like it, you know. You know, it's a lot to do with the actual future opportunity ahead that I'm talking about, but also at the same time, you know, there are going to be the certain past influences that are going to be playing an important role. So you just need to pay attention when you feel like a little bit nostalgic, you know, not necessarily about your kind of like childhood or anything like that, but the certain elements from the past, you know, are going to be pretty much the part of your energy throughout this week. And there is going to be one particular instance when you feel this very strong connection with your past. Something is going to remind you of something else, you know, in your life, and that in itself is just going to become a very, very enlightening moment for you, because at the same time it's just going to be such a great reminder from the past. It's going to bring you a mind-blowing insight into the actual problem that is going on right now in your life. So this is absolutely brilliant. And let me tell you, you know, a bit more about these future opportunities that you're going to become aware of. You know, you just need to be very open-minded. You need to trust yourself. You need to allow yourself to be who you are, because we are all like kind of all different in so many different and beautiful ways, you know, when it comes to our uniqueness. I mean, just look at me. No, I'm joking. When it comes to the actual uniqueness, you know, you just need to allow yourself to be yourself. And if you're not allowing yourself to be yourself, then you are just keeping yourself in a self-imposed prison, you know. And it really depends on the energy around you, on the vibration around you, and the people around you. So you just need to kind of release yourself, and this is exactly what is going to happen, because your uniqueness is going to be staring at you right in your face, you know, before the end of the week. And this is something that is just going to become a very strong part of your life, of your uniqueness, you know, something that is going to help you so much in order to make an important decision in your life, and also to step step forward indeed. It's connected to the actual last 10 months of your life. You were blaming yourself kind of that you made a certain mistake. So now that mistake is going to thumble itself back, that mistake is going to come back at you. And it's going to be like staring in your face, hello, my darling. No, that mistake is going to come back at you, and it's just basically going to give you an opportunity again. So the certain mistake that you kind of like were blaming yourself that you made over the last 10 months, a certain chance that you could have had, for example. So now this is going to bounce back, and it's going to give you yet again the opportunity to kind of move on with your life. And this is very important because at the same time, this is going to bring a really great success, and material attainment. It is going to need to take an additional 10 weeks for this to kind of unfold and develop. An additional 10 weeks is going to take place, but most certainly it's going to be really worth it, my gorgeous Sagittarini, because it's going to bring you success, material attainment. It's going to bring an advantage, when it comes to your own well-being, and also it's going to reflect on your own healing. So this is going to be much deeper than what it seems, and it's pretty much so going to bring an important victory when it comes to the difficulties in your life, and it's pretty much so connected to the actual stability at the same time. What I really like as well about this week, and you need to really make the most of it, ready for anything. You're gonna feel like kind of you really want to step out of your comfort zone, and every single time when you feel like you want to step out of your comfort zone, you just need to kind of stop for a second, pause and reflect and think about it. What do you need to bring into your life? What do you need to change into your life? Because this is the time when you're gonna feel very sharp indeed, and also when it comes to solving problems and bringing important decisions, this is gonna be a big mama indeed, because you're gonna do something quite important when it comes to making a decision involving like a certain family member or somebody very close to you, and this is most certainly going to be the right decision that you're actually going to go for, that you're actually going to make. But then on another hand, you are gonna become aware of the certain skill, something that you do, something that you should be doing, my babies, and something that you need to take on the next level. And this is very important because you've got a magician here, and this is very, very important. So the certain part of you is going to be highlighted, what you need to pay attention to, what you need to take on the next level, and that is going to be almost immediately obvious by the end of this week. It's to do with who you are, with your own skill, what you like doing, what you like to express yourself. And if it seems like completely crazy, just remember it's all about your own uniqueness. We are all so wonderful and so different, and it's just a lot about you allowing yourself to be who you are. This is the time to trust yourself like there is no tomorrow, because your own intuition is going to be guiding you so much, but it's also at the same time going to open your eyes so you will know what to do. Just remember, you've got a magician, so this is a lot to do with your own skill. It's a lot to do also about you having something highlighted about yourself, specific part of yourself. It's also going to be connected to so many other things when it comes to your past, when it comes to your present, but also when it comes to your future as well. Just remember that. You need to kind of like do not be afraid to take any action, and you just need to, you're going to remember that there is a certain responsibility that you're going to need to be a part of, but you need to be the one who is actually going to put your foot down here as well. For the certain responsibility, my gorgeous Sagittarius, is something that you really need to pay attention to, and this is pretty much so to do with your life. This is pretty much so to do with like waiting for the right moment, waiting for the right time, and just moving on with your life at the same time, but you were just kind of slowing yourself down, so far. So this is something that really is going to need to come from you. The certain important, absolutely mind-blowing decision that you're going to make, my gorgeous Sagittarius, it needs to come from you. But it's like kind of making you feel like certain elements of being afraid to take an action, being afraid to take a certain action. So this is like kind of like at the time when you're going to put your foot down and just move on, move forward into your life. You are going to need to ignore, I said this before, but ignore the actual illusion of an entrapment. This is so important for you to remember. Sagittarius, I love you so much. Mwah. But you need to ignore the illusion of entrapment, because lots of people are slowing themselves and preventing themselves to move on with their lives. And lots of people are blocking themselves and blocking their vibration and energy because of this illusion of an entrapment. So this is something that I need you to remember to ignore and avoid the illusion of an entrapment. And that way you're not only going to do the right thing, but you're also going to protect your vibration and protect your energy at the same time. Just remember that. Somebody very close to you is going to need your help. I'm seeing this again. Somebody very close to you is just kind of having very difficult moments in their life. They're very kind of low, they're very down, but they don't need to be. So you are the one who has got a very important spiritual key when it comes to them. You can help them. This is somebody who's very close to you, and somebody who is struggling, and somebody who went through something very, very negative, very scary in their at some point in their life. So something is catching up with them. But this is somebody who is very close to you. This is somebody who is in your life, and somebody will need your help. Okay, please just go through it, go for it, and try to step forward. Okay, and on another hand, very important information you will get, and it's going to make you feel rather victorious, my gorgeous Sagittarius, indeed. So now I'm just going to see what is going to be a tarot card of the week, my gorgeous Sagittarius. Okay, so your tarot card of the week. Oops, ooh la la. Energy, look at this, so cute. So now it's all about the energy. You will have the energy more than you can imagine. Whatever you set your mind to do, whatever you set your heart to actually do this week, you will have more energy than you can possibly imagine. And your own energy is actually going to surprise you. There is a very important part of your energy that is building very strong and powerful momentum. You will realize something absolutely out of this world. One day this week, one specific day, you're gonna have so much energy, and you just need to use this energy to the best of your abilities, because what is going to happen when you feel so much energy on one specific day, something is going to become so obvious to you, something is going to become so evident to you, because you will tap into a very, very unusual but rather interesting and powerful dimension as well. And you will see something is going to become obvious, and this is also going to lead to the beginning of something absolutely mind-blowing when it comes to you slowly changing your life, but also paying attention to those things that have been slowing you down. You know, this is all gonna be rather connected. Use this energy really, really wisely, and try to do as much as you possibly can, and also try to do something different every single day. Just little thing, little element, if you can actually do different. But just also on another hand, inspiration, really interesting inspiration in your life. It's gonna slide in really nicely and really beautifully. On one hand, it's going to confirm something to you, but then on another hand, you know, it's just going to give you so much of this powerful Vavumish energy as well at the same time. Okay, so now I'm just going to see sorry, what is going to be an oracle card of the week, my gorgeous Sagittarius. What is going to be an oracle card of the week? Okay, create conscious awareness. Now this is very, very interesting. So on one hand, you know, you just kind of like this is a great time to solve problems, great week to think about problems, but also at the same time, you know, kind of like things that have been slowing you down, things that have been preventing you from making big decisions. You know, you are gonna have a very special gift this week to actually unpack things about yourself at the same time that was very difficult and very hard to unpack so far. You need to be honest with yourself. You really need to be honest with yourself, my gorgeous Sagittarius. because now this is going to bring you a really powerful moment, but this is also on another hand going to be just the beginning. At the same time, it's going to require from you to make a very important judgment. You know, you will be facing a specific situation that is going to seem like, oh yeah, you can do that later, you can do that in 2 months, you can do that in 3 months, you can do that in 4 months, in 5 months. No baby, no. The timing is going to be rather critical, you know, here, because if you, the more you kind of focus on and the more you kind of like really explore this week, the more you're gonna gain out of it later on, and you will see exactly what I mean, because this judgment is gonna lead towards something very, very beautiful and very specific. But let me tell you, you will see something, and this is all going to start this very quite interesting process in your life, my gorgeous Sagittarini, and I really, really like it. Okay, my gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love you all so much. Don't forget to visit my crystal store, and also don't forget to visit my merchandise as well. You see this gorgeous little angel shirt? If you would like to buy it, you can have it. Okay, so thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of healing, peace, love and light to every single one of you. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.